Alright, so in this problem we're asked to write an equation in slope-intercept form for the line that satisfies each set of conditions. Passes through the point 3, 1, so it's a point x1, y1, and is perpendicular to the graph of y equals negative 3x plus 2. So if you kind of think about it, you're going to have two lines. This is the first line. I read your student surveys, and a lot of you guys said, I'm a visual learner, so why don't you just graph this and give yourself a visual. Let's graph it and give ourselves a visual. So y equals negative 3x plus 2. It's going to have here at a y-intercept of positive 2, and then my slope is negative 3 over 1. A rise of negative 3. Which direction, class? Down 3. Now where? Run of 1. Right 1. So here's my visual. Yesterday we learned that if I put my red pen like this, these lines are parallel. So I need to somehow have a graph that kind of looks like this, right? Does that make sense? I know my answer is going to be a positive slope. Okay. Now it gives us another clue. The other clue is it passes through 3, 1. Right 3, up 1. So that kind of tells us my graph's probably going to look something like this. This should help you kind of with some ideas. I think my y-intercept is probably going to be somewhere most likely negative, and my slope is going to be negative. So we'll call this one equation, we'll call that y1. y1 represents line 1. Class, what does that mean? Line 1. You can label your lines. They like names. You like names. Okay, perpendicular. What information do we know about perpendicular, Leslie Martinez? They're what? They are right angles, but I'm looking for some more information about their slopes. Ducky, what do we know about the slopes of perpendicular lines? They're the opposite. Samantha, what do we know about the slopes of perpendicular? Is she here? No? Yes, Ducky? So if I take this slope here, this is kind of just the do it part. This is the slope of the first line, negative 3. Class, how do you flip that? Flip the numbers. What do you get? 1 over 3. And what's the opposite of a negative? Positive. Okay, this is your answer. It's that fast. Okay. Another way of doing the perpendicular is, that was the negative reciprocal. Another way of doing it is just multiplying your slopes to equal what number? The product is negative 1. So if you know this one is negative 3, then you just solve for m2, divide by negative 3 on both sides, and you get the same number. m2 equals 1/3. Raise your hand if you got a slope of 1/3. So now I'm going to use this information, and I take the slope that we just found. Now I have the slope of the second line. I have that order pair. Now I need to write an equation. Partner A, tell partner B, which of the linear forms do you think we're going to use? Melissa, which form do you think we're going to use? Sean, which form do you think we're going to use? Okay, our answer is supposed to be in slope-intercept, right? But remember, Sean, what is this? Is it a y-intercept? This is a y-intercept? This is a point, and this is a slope. On the count of three, class, 1, 2, 3. Sean, which form are we going to use? Melissa, which form are we going to use? Sean, which form are we going to use? Point slope form. So let's go ahead and write that. Melissa, tell me point slope form. Now we can just do our substitutions. Now pay attention here. This y and this x we don't touch. Everything else we can do the substitutions for. Minus my m1 or y1 value is 1. I could put that in parentheses, right? To make sure I don't make any mistakes. M value is 1/3. Minus x1 value is 3. And to get that into slope-intercept form, all I have to do is what? All I have to do is distribute. Let's distribute. Y minus 1 equals 1/3 x and a negative 3 times 1/3. Put that over 1. I have 1/3 x, multiply across, you'll get negative 1, because that's negative 3 over 3, which is negative 1. And I just add 1 here. Y equals 1/3 x. Anybody see any mistakes in there? It's okay? Uh-oh. This problem doesn't have a constant. There's no number here. Show me with your hands. What number is there? It's a 0. Your y-intercept is a 0. Your y-intercept is where, class? 0, the origin. Uh-oh. That's what it looks like. You see it? It's saying start here, go up 1, right 3. So we talked about has a positive slope. It looks perpendicular, it looks like it forms like a right angle, like a box there. And to review, take your equation, give yourself a visual. That was helpful. Find the slope of the first line to get your slope of the second line. Take that and your other given information, put it into point slope, and transform it to slope intercept.